Now, as you know, we're going to look at decimals now, and we're going to look at chapter 6, clear? And we're going to see what we can do with that. I'm so glad they put these away properly, otherwise that would have made a complete mess. Okay? So, what we want to look at, what's wrong? We want to look at decimals. Clear? Can somebody tell me, what number do they think of when they hear the word decimal? Anything? What does the word decimal mean? What language is that from? Math language? I like that, the math language. The language of math. Okay. It's actually kind of like a Latin thing. It's deci. It's 10, right? Right? Yes? It's like a 10. It's like a 10 thing. Like anybody ever hear of decimeters? Oh, yeah. Anybody hear of centimeters? Yeah. Centi is also
Latin?
Yeah, is it Latin or Greek, whatever? No. No. The Romans would like to think so, but no, it's not the same. What happens is this. How many centimeters are in 1 meter? 100. So centi has something to do with 100, right? Something, right? Centi actually means 100th. 100th. Okay? 100th. Okay? Deci has to do with what? How many decimeters are there in a meter?
1,000.
That's milli.
10.
Close.
10,000? No. 10.
10. So where a centimeter is 1/100th,
Oh, yeah.
a decimeter is 1/10th, right? So when you say decimal, what's a decimal? You say to yourself, right, you say, here I have okay, is that all on there?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so they all differ from 1/10th. 1/10th. This is ones place, correct?
Yes.
Ones place. You know this though, right?
Yes.
Yeah, should be a quick review. This is ones, this is tens. Go ahead, tell me.
Hundreds. Thousands. Wait. Thousands.
And
So on.
10,000, 100,000,
Million.
millions, whatever, okay? Now,
So on.
so that's millions. Right, so let me erase this because it's a little bit sloppy. So we can say, we know this enough, I don't have to write this in. This is ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, millions. Right? Millions.
And then trillion.
This is going to be tenths, hundredths, thousandths, 10,000. You get it?
That's like so weird.
This is going to be tenth, hundredth, thousandth, 10,000, 100,000, million, 10 million, 100 million. Okay. What is this? What is this number? How do you say this number using decimal numbers and everything? How do you say this number? One. No. What? Yeah, the decimal point is and. 1 and. No. You read this number, you read as if it's a standalone number. What would that number be if it were there no decimal place? 404,000, right? Wouldn't it be?
Yes.
Okay. You get it? Now, the way you would read it is 1 and 404. Well, let's see. This is what? Tenths, hundredths, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, millions, 10 millions, 100 millions, right? Right? So how would you say this?
1 and 4.
What is it?
1 and 404.
100,000.
100 million.
No, it's 100. No, it's 1,000 and no, it's not.
No,
1,000 and 4. There's like so 1 and 4,000.
Oh, you want to try an easier one? We'll try an easier one.
Yes.
The decimal point.
1 and 42.
1 and 42.
Hundreds.
No,
Hundreds.
1 and 42 hundredths.
Yeah, 1 and 42 hundredths, right? What about this one?
1 and 42 thousandths.
No.
Hundreds.
100 and
42.
420 thousandths, right? How about this one?
1 and 42 10,000ths.
No. 1 and 4,200
10,000ths.
10,000ths. You're getting there, guys. How about this one?
1 and 42,000 100,000ths.
1 and 42,000 10,000ths. No, 100,000ths, right? 10,000ths? This is thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s. So it's 1 and 42,000 100,000ths, right? What would this one be? 1 and 420,000
Millions.
millions. Millionths. So what's this one? 1 and 404,000 hundred millionths. Tenths, hundredths, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000, millions, 10 millionths, 100 millions. So this is going to be chap what? Taking a little vacation. Sawyer. 1 and 404,000 millionths. Cool, huh? So decimals are a much more effective way to represent fractions. And you can use your calculator, and life is good. Okay? Life is good. All right, so let's look at it. Right away, we're going to look at this. Okay, it says, write in an expanded form. All right, it says 8.802. 7.802. Write it in the expanded form. I want each one of these place values labeled. Okay? So it's going to be what? You're going to have the 7
plus
plus what?
8 tenths
8 tenths.
plus
Are there any hundredths?
No.
No.
Plus 2,000. 2,000.
Right?
Plus 2,000.
That's the expanded form. Make sense? You sure?
yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. Then we want to say, let's go right in a decimal form. 3,000 plus 3,000 plus 9 10,000ths. Right? So what's that going to be? How do you write that in the decimal form now? Go the other way.
0.0039.
So you got point,
0.0003.
that's thousands, right?
3.
So let's put a bunch of zeros in, okay? We'll erase what we don't use, right? So where's 10,000ths place?
Behind 3.
Right here?
Yes.
So I'm going to put what in there?
9.
9. Can I get rid of this?
Yes.
No? Did you say no?
Yes.
Yes. So how do you say that?
39.
39 10,000.
39 10,000ths. Okay? All right.
It's so hard to pronounce.
No nonsense. It is not hard. It is easy.
What was the Dewey Decimal System that they use in the library? James, you're the worst friend in the world. Spinning my best friend. Apology.
All right, now you know, guys, this is not hard. I know that you've had this in prior years. Okay? So, for instance, it says, state the value of digit 7. Okay? So I'll write digit 7. So let's do G. 81794. 81794. What's the value of the digit 7? All phones are away, right? I thought so. So what do we got, girls, guys? What do we got? Come on, do it now.
81
No, what is the value of the 7?
7 tenths.
That's it? That's all? Is this hard?
No.
This is basically a review, isn't it? Yes or no?
Yes.
You're sure?
Yes.
Okay. All right, what else? It says express in decimal form. 3723 over 1,000. 3723 over 1,000. How do you express that in decimal form? Chap, go ahead. You seem to be wanting to take the lead on this. What do you got?
0.
No?
0 and 3 and 723. 372.3.
Can you guys count?
3 and 723.
Thousands. She's getting it, I'm telling you. She's good. So all you have to do is be able to count, right? How many zeros are here?
3.
3. Where's the decimal point? Right here, isn't it? Isn't the decimal point really there?
In front of 7.
No, it's behind the 3. Right now, as this number exists,
Yeah.
isn't this 3,723? Okay. So isn't the decimal point really there?
Yes.
Okay. How many zeros are here?
3.
So what do I do?
Move back 3. Move forward 3. Whoa. That does make sense. Yeah.
3 and 723 thousandths. You getting this or what?
Thousands.
I'm telling you, guys are good. You guys are good. You are. Very, very impressive. All right, now, here we go. All right, here we go. We want to write as a decimal, and how do we do this? All right, how do we do this? we want to write as a decimal. Are you ready? You ready? You have all these cell phones away, right? It's so easy to spot from up here. I'm going to have to invite somebody up here just to watch you. And, you know, it's so easy to spot who's using the cell phone. Okay, so how would you make that into a decimal? Use a calculator, but, okay, but... No, I don't want you to use a calculator. I mean, I could do this in New York Minute.
Yeah. Times 5 for both of them, and then you get 65 over 100, so we do.
Oh, they're shouting at me. What's the way to do it? What do you want to say, Paul? Say 5 over 5? Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, times
Okay, good. So what's 5 times 13?
65.
What is it?
65.
Easy? Easy peasy? Yes or no? Easy?
Yeah.
What's an old-fashioned way of doing it?
Oh, dividing? 13.
What happens if it wasn't as clean as this? This is a 20, that's easy. 5 times 20 is 100, right? Plus, that's the way I was going to do it. But what happens, can't you do this?
Yeah, that would be
Isn't it 13 divided by 20?
Yes.
13 divided by 20?
Yes.
20 goes into 13, does it? 20 goes into 130 how many times?
6.
6, good. What's 6 times 20?
5.
Use your calculators to do that. See what you get. You use your calculators, go on. You have a phone?
Yeah.
Yes, it's right. It's right. It's right.
Oh, I couldn't.
Okay. Everybody verify that, please.
It's right.
All right? Now, what about this one? Let's do one that's easy, and then we'll do one that's hard. What would you do that?
Still times 4.
Chap, I like your style today, big guy. Drinking coffee now? You are awake. You're with me. You like decimals, don't you? Can we have a round of applause for Chap? I mean, he is doing great. Chap's doing great. He is on fire! I like it. He is. I'm telling you. Did you get in trouble over the weekend? Okay, just asking. Just asking. Okay, so what's that going to be? That's going to be, what's 4 times 14?
56.
56? You sure?
Yes.
You guys have a good background in decimals. You spent a lot of time on decimals this year?
Yeah. We spent a whole bunch on
All right, let's move on, guys. Now, let's do one that's let's do this one and then we'll move on. 5/8. How would you do that?
5 divided by 8
No,
times 20. 5 divided by 8.
5 divided by 8.
Yes. I do that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
5 divided
5 divided by 8.
8 goes into 15?
6.
6. No. 2 and then add another decimal.
2.
4
And 5.
My only fans. All right. Yeah. So This is a decimal equivalent that's really important to memorize. I know, it's like one of those things, memorize. What, are you kidding me? Me, memorize, okay? You like looking at the watch, you looking at the time, okay? You can spend until 3:30 here, would you like that? Excellent, I wouldn't like that either. Okay, so this is gonna be 1/8. Memorize this, 1/8. Okay? It's amazing how it works every time. So, 8 goes into 10 once. 8, 2, 0, 2, 16, 4, 0, same as over here, 5. Yeah? All right, let me give you a quickie. This is like an introduction to chapter 7. What percentage of a pizza did you eat if you had one slice and there's 8 slices?
1/8.
No, I said percentage.
12.5.
12.5%. It's right there. See that?
I thought it was
Isn't that amazing? Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. You see that? Now look and see how much fun you can have with that. What percentage of the pie did you eat if you had 2 of the 8 slices?
250.
25%. No, Paula, stay with me. True, 25%? Well, Darcy, how do you get that? Well, what's 12.5 plus 12.5?
25.
25%, right? 2 slices. Isn't it a quarter of the pie? So in other words, 1/4. So 4 goes into 1. How many times? Goes in 2. That's 8, 2, 0, 5. So 1/4 is 25%, right? 1/4 is 0.25. Move the decimal 2 places over to the right for percentages. You've had percentages, yes or no? Yeah. So this is really important. It's a very important fraction to know. I'm just giving you a hint for life, especially when you go into science. 1/8 is a big one. Okay, shall we push on? All right, now we are on C. All right, rounding. I'm not going to spend a lot of time in this, because this is really easy. Okay, what are the rules for rounding? It says if the digit after the one being rounded is less than 5, we round down. Meaning, you don't round down, you just don't round. If the digit is 5 or more, you round up. So the next problem says,
Which page?
I'm on page, I don't know what page I'm on, I have the new book, it's organized differently.
What number? 1?
Oh, no, we're not. Yeah, no. Page 126?
126. All rounding.
So it says, so here it says 4.768, 4.768, no, 4.769. Oh, it is? All right, that's fine. I know this is a different edition. You mean section C, exercise 4C, number 1, where it says round this. Is different than yours? All right, it doesn't matter if it's there. You have to do rounding, right? So, round this to tenths place. What is it?
4 and 8 tenths.
4.8. Right? Round this to thousandths place.
4 and 769,000.
Did you get that? Round this to hundredths place. Hundredths place.
4
Round it.
4 and 77.
4 and 77 hundredths. Okay? Round this to ones place.
5.
Rounding is easy, right? This is the way I always round, and I'm 60 years old, and this is the way I always do it. You ready? Anytime I round, I do this. You ready? This is what I do. It says, I have this number, and it says round to thousandths place. This is what I do. Me, your teacher. I always make a loop like this so I can see it, and I underline that number. Right? Just to keep me honest. It's hard to make a mistake that way, because I need something visual. Okay? So then I say, okay, 0 has no effect on that. So this goes away, and 4.769. That's what I do. Okay? Clear? Okay. Let's look at measurements. Let's look at measurements. Okay, write down the measurements